Children growing, women producing, men go working, some do stealing. Everyone's got to make a living. BX. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jennifer Lippold. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from.
Boulevard, a good friend of mine, Jennifer Lippold, here, the first female active stickball player. I'm going to ask her a couple of questions regarding history here in stickball. Jen, I just want to ask you, how did you get involved in stickball?
Hey Tony, first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I've been playing stickball, being part of active stickball since 1984, 83. It's been a long time. My father was one of the ones who helped create this league, and I was a 3-year-old sitting down on the curb, whether it was here or whether they traveled to Manhattan to play teams, so pretty much my whole entire life.
And you grew up watching a lot of the old timers and stuff like that, you know, that been passing this game on. Now, as far as being the first female stickball player, besides your daughter who's an active player as well, I mean, how much pressure is on you?
You know what, that pressure is eased as the years have gone by, but initially, coming into the league and kind of growing up and seeing those men and sons come in and be allowed to play, in the beginning it was extremely difficult. It took me bringing my husband to play the game, and then us creating a team to first initially get my foot in the door to play, knowing that I've always swung a bat and played the game. So initially difficult, little by little, you know, setting the minds of the gentlemen or the men to play this game who weren't comfortable with the female playing. You know, the first thing was you don't belong there, and oh, you're gonna get hurt. Eventually they realized, you know, I was a serious athlete.
She got game.
Yeah, I got game. I wanted to play.
You better be careful.
Then it became a lot of taunting, and it was something I had to get comfortable or used to, or be able to phase out, because that was almost like accepting it. And so in the beginning it was rough, because I wasn't sure if it was taunting or if it was just them opening me up to what the game really was. So eventually I embraced all that, and here I am, you know, 30 plus years later, playing the game, still wanting to play the game like the men, having children, going back, you know.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, likewise.
I have a question. What would you tell other female? I mean, female softball has grown over the years. What would you kind of advise them? You know, that maybe some female team in another college might look at this. And what advice you give them?
I think in all reality, in terms of whatever sport you're into, whatever you love to do, never allow anyone to set limits in terms of what you can do, what you can't do, what's not allowed. I think it never dawned on me playing was not allowed.
Okay.
Yeah, I also knew that because I had a passion, I would continue regardless, whether, you know, for every at-bat that I struck out, to me, it was being looked at 10 times more. And so there was pressure. It was just me developing a stronger mind after reading about how to improve myself and working towards it. It's not something that comes easy. It's something you got to create habit, work on daily, so that when you're up at bat, you know, it becomes part of you. And I think with anything you do, you need to really set up, like, this is what I want, I'm passionate about it, and no one's going to tell me whether I can or cannot, especially if I want to do it. So it doesn't matter what sport. I think it's if you have a love for it, you want to do it, you're going to work 10 times harder, and you're going to allow that talk not to penetrate while you're doing what you need to get done.
Now the biggest question, how does it feel to get that chip for the Memorial Day Championship?
Oh man,
that core group that basically you, myself, and a lot of older guys have seen since they were young. How's that feel?
Yeah, the team we have now, the Silver Bullets, is a recreation of what Steve Mercado and other players that I remember being part of as I was growing up. So to bring it back with his sons and my children, and, you know, make a core family that's structured with leading with excellence. I think that's what our goal is, and kind of changing what that looks like on the Boulevard, that we're all going to encourage each other. We constantly have talks and communication, and coming into Memorial Day tournament with you know, we got players that have grown up watching this game.
Yes.
We're second, third generation. It runs through our veins, so understanding that you win chips by having each other's back, by talking positively in the huddle. So when we came in Memorial Day, we always knew, it doesn't matter what you do day 1 or day 2. This is all preparation for getting in. Like, make sure we get a record where we can get into Monday. And I think we constantly said it's one game at a time. Don't think about we need to make it to the finals. You know, don't put pressure on ourselves like that. One game at a time. Let's play. Let's have fun. Let's pick each other up, and let's encourage each other. And after every game, we started winning, and we started seeing, you know, eliminating players on that Monday. And so many things were happening, whether there was a fire truck that went by, whether there was someone telling me, yo, you have to put yourself into play. It was just, we were reading signs that were providing us with a lot of
good vibes.
Yes, and then the league of the support.
Right. How do you make 125 ball players cry?
That was crazy. You know, every time we beat a team, it wasn't with malice. It was with like, yo, I'm rooting for you. And so I think we kind of created where we don't want to have that hate. We're playing the game, we're doing that out of love, and they've seen us kind of grow up, play.
Correct.
So it was almost surreal. There was no pressure that we put on them. It was an out at a time, a game at a time, a bat at a time, pick each other up, and then the support from the crowd it was incredible. So winning it was we were really in the moment. And I can't explain it, but it was so wonderful. And then winning and not being able to celebrate the team, but we celebrated the entire Boulevard. That was even more amazing. You know, the line of hugging and crazy. I think it's something we will never forget. It's something we aspire to want to continue. I know that a lot of teams are gunning for us now, and we're still saying the same thing. Regular season doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It's all preparation. It's not about what our record is. It's about whether we're preparing ourselves that every at-bat we risk, every at-bat we're looking out for each other, and we continue that work that whole mentality out.
That's absolutely right. I think my personal feeling is not the only chip I see you guys on.
Yeah, man.
You know, like I said, a lot of us had the opportunity to play with you guys. And I've seen those guys go up, and I'm always proud of them, and I will always support you guys.
Likewise, man. I see you back doing really well, and I think, you know, it's not the only chip we want. Yeah, we also know we're not going to put the pressure on ourselves, because, you know, pressure busts up. And you know what? We can get ourselves mentally strong, love the game, pick each other up, keep our heads up when we do it, and do it with respect, and show the Boulevard what it looks like to play with a positive vibe.
Right.
And then we can lead differently.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm trying to create.
Exactly. Well, thank you for the interview. I appreciate your time. Now that's the Boulevard. Thank you very much.
From the living color to movie scripts to all the six to J-Lo to this headline.